All right, welcome back to the Pythagorean theorem. Today we're going to look at real-world problems and how to solve them. All right, so in the first example here, the first problem, I have a building here, and I have let you know that the building is 19 feet high. So from the bottom to the top of the building, it's 19 feet. So what I want to do is I want to place a ladder onto this building from the ground to the top of the building. Keeping in mind that I need to have at least a distance from the building to the ladder of 9 feet. Okay, so this distance has to be 9 feet. So I want to know, what I'm trying to figure out is, if I take my ladder, and I'm going to use this ruler, okay, and here's my ladder. If I extend my ladder here, how long of a ladder do I need to get from this base of the ground to the top of this building? Keeping in mind, from this to right here, because this is 19, this also is 19 feet. All right, so this height is 19 feet and this is 9 feet. Here is my right angle. I created a right angle so that way I can use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, now I need to know, what I'm trying to figure out is this ladder length right here, which is going to be C. Why is it C? Because it's opposite the 90-degree angle, which means if this is C, that means 9 feet and 19 feet are my legs. Since leg number 1 is 9 feet and leg number 2 is 19 feet. What I don't know is I don't know my hypotenuse. So that's what I'm going to try to find. Okay. So in order to find it, I do 9 squared plus 19 squared, and that's going to be equal to C squared. So I go ahead and do 9 squared, which is 9 times 9. That gives me 81. Plus 19 squared, or 19 times 19, that gives me 361, which is equal to C squared. I'm going to take 361, I'm going to add it to 81. Yeah, it gives me a total of 442, which is equal to C squared. So I do the square root to get rid of the C squared. So I do square root. I'm going to do the square root of 442 also, because I'm kind of solving an equation. So I'm going to hit second. So I'm going to hit where the x squared is on this calculator. And I'm going to type in 442. I'm going to put it in parentheses. I'm going to hit enter. And I get 21.02. So C is approximately 21.02, or I'm going to say approximately 21. All right. So what's 21? 21 is the length of my ladder. So I need a ladder at least 21 feet to go from the bottom of the ground to the top of this building. So 21 feet is the length of this ladder if I wanted to reach from 9 feet away from the building to the top. All right. Let's look at another example. Another one, maybe you've kind of seen this on a map. I know nowadays we have Google's map and everything, so a lot of times they'll map things for you. So taking a look at this one, we have Des Moines and Ames. Ames is directly north of Des Moines. Iowa City is directly east of Des Moines. Okay, from Ames to Des Moines, the distance is 29 miles. All right, from Des Moines to Iowa City, the distance is about 110 miles. Okay. What I want to try to figure out is what is the distance between Ames to Iowa City. There is no road that goes directly from Ames to Iowa City, so if I was flying, I'd want to know how far it is from Ames to Iowa City, if there were a direct road. Okay. So again, I take a look here. I need to identify, is 29 a leg or hypotenuse? Well, here's my right angle. So because 29 makes up part of that right angle, so that lets me know that leg number 1 is 29 miles. This line also makes up the other right angle, which lets me know that that's part of leg number 2, which is 110 miles. Which means this line that I drew here, this diagonal line, happens to be the hypotenuse again. So the hypotenuse is what we're looking for in this problem again, and that's going to be C. So again, I just go ahead and solve it. I do 29 squared plus 110 squared, and that's going to equal C squared. So on my calculator, I'm going to slide this up a little bit. I'm going to do 29. I'm going to hit the squared button, and I get 841 plus 110 squared. Whoop. That gives me an answer of 12,100. That's going to be equal to c squared. I'm going to add 12,100 to 841. I get 12,941. Sorry, 941. 12,941 is equal to c squared. I'm going to do the square root to try to get rid of the squared in c. So I do the square root of the 12,941. So I'm going to do second x squared. I'm going to do second answer because that's going to tell me 12,941. And I get 113.75, which that 5 tells me to round the 7 up to 8. So I get C is equal to approximately, it's not equal to, it's approximately 113.8 miles. So if I were to fly directly from Ames to Iowa City, C would be approximately about 113.8 miles would be the distance. So you can see here how it's just slightly longer than the distance from Des Moines to Iowa City.